All team. I thought that Spartan Nation showed again tonight, and just very excited. Our defense obviously played extremely well. Big plays in the first quarter of the game. Felton Davis with a big game, plus 2 turnovers. So a big one is we don't give up any turnovers. They get 2. Obviously, that's big in any football game. You can see that. But I thought that just emotionally we played extremely well and just kept hammering and kept coming and knowing that it would take all 4 quarters and then some to make it through. That's the way it always is versus Iowa. Thought we bottled Wadley up pretty well. I think he had 30 yards. So put him in situations where we won the third down situation. We really controlled the ball in the field position of the game. So very happy for our guys. The work he played well, can't audible on 3rd and 1. That gets your head coach upset. Okay, but big play on the scramble at the end of the game to put to give us another couple minutes on the clock, which I thought was huge. Used their timeouts and took clock away. So, but just another white knuckle game. Just what you love, keep you going. All right, so I'll take some questions.
Mark, I guess you addressed how this could be a 12-round fight. Wasn't this like a typical Michigan State, Iowa slobber knocker?
Yeah, it really was. I mean, you look back, and we look back at all the games really since we've come here in '07, and every game has been tight. Every game has been pretty much low-scoring games. They haven't been, scoring fest where you're going to win 38-35. They've been tight games and played very well defensively, and I thought, again, that happened again tonight, and so, yeah, come to expect it, and that's why we said we needed it.
Mark, I know you mentioned Brian's audible on the 3rd and 1, but overall, so much focus was on his decision-making the last couple of weeks. How do you feel overall he progressed in that case this week?
Well, I thought he played pretty well. Found some guys. We had some big catches out there, and then we sort of stall out when we crossed the 50. I thought that Cody White makes a huge play. Cam Chambers, a huge play for a first down. Those are 2 first-down plays. And then also Larice Nelson with a big catch, great catch on a 3rd down play. So I thought he made good decisions, threw the ball effectively, and played pretty well other than that one decision. Played pretty well.
Mark, right here in the middle, obviously you guys probably take a little time to enjoy the win, but how quickly do you turn around and shift the focus to Michigan? And I ask that because the defensive confidence and then also with Brian and Felton looks like a good connection on offense.
Yeah, we had 24 hours before we get to that. You sort of have that in the back of your mind pretty much the entire year. Excuse me. But got that stuff in my chest. Yes. But we'll wait on that for tomorrow. Our guys will enjoy the night and, come ready to go on Monday. They'll be off tomorrow, so they'll get ready on Monday.
Mark, Brian had mentioned, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Brian had mentioned he thought that they were going to stack the box, and he thought it was an opportunity for him to try and beat him with his arm. Did you see anything more from him today? I mean, he had obviously the good drive to start. Him and Felton seemed to really connect.
I thought he played well, especially in the first quarter. And I talked about the throws that he made. Those were good throws. The only mistake I thought he made was probably on the decision to audible that one time. But quarterback's going to make decisions. Obviously, if it connects, that's a huge play. But you're playing the percentages a little bit there. So, but I thought he played well. And our guys are going to continue to get better and better. We have a young football team. You're going to see guys just like Felton have a big game coming out. And you've seen some other guys have those type of games. We've got to put it all together as we continue on. But the most important things are we're 1-0 right now in the Big Ten Conference, which that was our goal. A big win versus Iowa. And 3-1 overall, but 1-0 in this conference. And that's what we lean on right now and focus on.
Mark, which stat was more important to you? Was the offense not turning the ball over or the defense holding Iowa to 19 yards over here to your left?
I think both. I don't know where. Way back there. Okay. I think both of those are equally important. If you can't run the ball, good things usually happen. We kept them down there, especially in the first half. We kept them down there, in -10 or so, those areas. But the +2 turnovers really were huge because not only did that, it took points off the board, especially the first one. And then I thought we got pressure on the quarterback. He got out a couple times, but we got pressure on him. I thought Coach Barnett called a great game. That our coaches did a great job on both sides of the ball. Tough sledding in there offensively, running the football. Kevin Jarvis started He's a true freshman, started at right offensive guard. You know, and that's a lot for a true freshman. He played the entire game, and I thought he did pretty well. But you know, that's a lot to ask of him the entire game. David Beadle was out, you know, we're working at it, and we're grinding it out. So I thought our special teams punting game was outstanding. Jake Hartberger, huge punt at the end of the game, and then had to redo it, but another good punt. So those were positives.
Coach, your response to the Notre Dame game, to bounce back with the performance you had. You have a week of preparation. You know what you want to have happen out there, but what did your team reveal to you today in terms of how they were able to go out there to execute, to perform?
Well, we're going to play. We're going to play hard. We're going to play with energy. We're going to compete. And, you know, the last week I didn't think we tackled as well. Maybe it's the week off. You're not tackling game day, you know, so I thought we tackled well in space today, much better. So sometimes, you know, especially early in the season, you know, you're not tackling effectively. Maybe it's because you had a week off, or maybe not. We'll find out as we go forward, because I'm sure we're going to play other players that are very, very good. But, you know, Wadley's a good running back. I think he was second in the conference maybe in rushing, I believe, maybe. He's a good running back, and they lean on him, and he's an effective runner, and he's a good player. Iowa has good players.
Iowa's second to last possession. The game certainly was not over, and there was a break. And a player hugged you, and you smiled, and it was the first time in a while it looked like it was enjoyable to you. How much did you enjoy this win, Mark?
Yeah, I wasn't smiling too often out there. It was pretty intense. Okay, but big win. You know, it's a big win, and it's in Spartan Stadium, and it's a gut win. You know, and when you win with guts, you know, or you win with toughness, or you win with effort, you know, that makes your coach happy, and especially when you play under pressure. If you're able to play under pressure, when we keep talking about pressure is a privilege. When you play under pressure and you win, you know, good things follow you usually. So we're just going to keep getting better. We're going to focus on one play at a time, one game at a time, and just continue to get better. But that was a huge win for us.
Coach, how does Lewerke compare to the great quarterbacks you've had in the past, Connor Cook and Kirk Cousins, when they were at this stage of development, when they too were young quarterbacks?
You know, tough to say. You know, they made some mistakes early on too, but Connor Cook, when he was a sophomore, went 13-1, so that's the standard. Okay, so that'd be a tough one there, but that's the standard. You know, and Kirk, when he was a sophomore quarterback, I think that was 09. You know, we ended up going, I think, 6-6 maybe, or something like that. Played in the Alamo Bowl maybe or something as when he was a sophomore. So you're going to make mistakes out there. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity. They've got good players on the opposing team. They've scouted you. They've practiced for you. You know, so, but, you know, as long as you come to compete, and he'll do that, you know, that's all I can ever ask. And our players will do that. They'll come to compete, and they'll play.
Mark, you guys had 9 tackles for loss, 8 quarterback hits. You talk about pressure. I mean, you guys were applying it. What did you see from the front 7 from down where you were at? And also, what did you guys do in the run game to bottle up Wadley?
You know, we do some different things, but, you know, schematically, we're pretty much the same as we've been. We do some different things, but just like everybody. But schematically, I think you got to win up front. You got to beat your man. You can't, you know, when you're playing a big zone team, you can't get reached or you can't get scooped. In other words, you can't, you know, if they're going that way, you got to have the edge. If they're coming this way and you're inside, you can't get scooped out of there and create gaps. And we got to stay square and play square, and our linebackers got to play square. And you probably saw all of our numbers square. And when that happens, you know, good things usually follow that. So, you know, that's the schematics of it. But I thought we just played well up there, and we gave them a lot of different looks, brought some pressures in third down, and did some different things. So it was very positive. Thought we played well on third down. I think they were 5 of 14 or 5 of 13. I don't know. Need my glasses.
Mark, traditionally here you've had excellent punters. It looks like, I mean, you have another one,
Yeah.
obviously. He drops 5 inside the 20 today, I think 4 inside the 10. Just how big of a weapon is that to have a guy like Jake?
Huge, and I've been waiting because Jake Hartberger has tremendous talent, and I've been waiting for a couple years, redshirt freshman and then sophomore, for him to start punting like he's going to the fair. You know, when you go to the fair and everything's going good for you, you got a lot of confidence, you can shoot the hoops, you go over, pitch a penny, you can do all these little different things, and you just enjoy going out there punting. That's where he's at right now. He knows he can punt very, very well. He knows that, and he's in rhythm. And you know, sometimes we're out punting the coverage, but you know, we've had great coverage at this point as well.
Mark, I'm sure you'd like to get a touchdown every possession, but the last few series, were you thinking protect the football, punt it, burn their timeouts, and our defense will take care of the rest?
Yeah, I think we did throw it on one of those, maybe. But when we got down to the end there, we just need to take the clock and punt it away if we can't get the first down, punt it away, because they were going to have to use their timeouts, and once they were out of timeouts, that clock was going to run. Just couldn't risk stopping it.
Oh, okay. Mark, I know you, obviously Jarvis started as a true freshman. You played Trey Person today as well. And Dom Long came in the last week. I guess just talk about Person's appearance and I guess the development of some of those other young guys.
Trey Person is, he's done a great job in practice. If you practice well and you play well, Grayson Miller was out a little bit with an injury, slight injury. Could have played, but in an emergency role. That front side safety, you need to be able to cover. And he can cover very well, and he's active, and he's been active in practices, and I thought, we've got to give him a chance to play. And with that being said, I thought David Dow played very well today. I thought our entire defense did in our secondary as well, but I thought David Dow played well. Thanks, Coach. Thank you, guys.